Hi, how you doing? I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for football to come back. And I'm not talking about American football. I'm talking about soccer, football, whatever you like to call it. So I'm here to talk about what's coming up for the U.S. in the next year, which would be the World Cup, which is the most highly viewed sport in the world according to sports venue technology. We talk about an average viewership of 3.5 billion worldwide compared to American football, the Super Bowl finale, which would be around 100, 150 million viewers according to sports venue technologies. So we're upon reaching the epitome of one of the biggest events in the world, which would be starting next year, June 11th, 2026, in the US, will be part of three countries actually hosting the World Cup. Normally, it's around one or two countries that host it, but there's a lot of different things going on, and the US hasn't held the World Cup since 1994. The winner there was Brazil. So now we're heading into this tournament for the World Cup, and it's going to be very exciting, very good. And according to FIFA, there's been a lot of changes in route and regulations that they've changed so far. We're going from 32. So before the World Cups in the past have been 32 teams that have qualified from different regions of the world. So they separate these in different continents. So they have a AFC, which is the Asian division, CAF, Africa, CONCACAF, which would be Central America and North America, and then CONMEBOL, which would be South America, and then UEFA, which would be Europe. So before in the past for the qualifications, so let's say the Asian teams would have six, African teams would have five, the CONCACAF would have four, and then the CONMEBOL would have four, and then UEFA had 13. But that was back when they had the 32 system, according to new FIFA. And like I said, this just recently changed as of January 2017. It was passed by the FIFA Council, where they reunite every year in Rwanda. So they all put into accord from changing the system. So what that will mean, for example, for the Asian countries, they'll get two more teams to qualify for the World Cup. African countries will get four more. The Central American and North Americans will get two more, and so will South America. And then they have a new division, which is the OFC, which is Oceania. They will have one more qualified for that region, and then the UEFA, which would be Europe, would have three more qualifying, and then they would have an intercontinental one, which would be from those six continents, with their playoff brackets for two or more of them to qualify. So they had the opportunity to make it to the World Cup. So where this will be played is, like I said, this is very different, very new. Before it used to be hosted in one country, but this time they decided to host it in three countries, and those countries being obviously U.S. is one of the main principal ones. Then you got Canada, and then you have Mexico. So, for example, Canada has Vancouver and Toronto as two of the places where they will be hosting the World Cup. Mexico has Guadalajara, Mexico City, and Monterrey, and those are all bids that had to be fought for. So every city, every state, every place with a stadium had to put a bid in to show them that they were the best qualified for their area. So, for example, Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, LA, Miami, New York, New Jersey, Philly, Seattle, and San Francisco all put bids in, and they were the ones that ended up winning bids for World Cup games. So they'll be hosting those World Cup games, and the finale will be on July 19th, 2026, and it will be held in MetLife Stadium in New York, New Jersey. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a big event. So There's still teams qualifying as of right now to the World Cup. And like I said, so to explain a little bit about the system, it used to, like I was previously stating, it used to be a 32 game system, and it would be the best 16. It was eight groups of four, and the best two would qualify. And then they would do a playoff round of 16, and then it was just straight knockout tournaments. And if they tied, they would go to overtime and then penalties. And now with a 48 team system, they're going with a 32 knockout bracket. And what this means is it's 40 more games than the last World Cup. So a lot of exciting matches going on, and a lot of exciting games going on, and definitely an opportunity for the U.S. to make history, maybe. But I don't think so, if you want to be honest. But I always support them all the way. But this is definitely a great experience for anybody watching. It's a one in a lifetime event because it only happens every 4 years, and to be able to host the World Cup is an event that doesn't happen too often, especially for the U.S. So they're in a great position to take advantage, and hopefully more people will fall in love with the sport and take advantage and be able to catch a couple games. So that's something, like I said, very excited, looking forward to. So hopefully everybody is watching a little bit of soccer, getting prepared, because like I said, all day, every day, I'll support the U.S. And if you guys have any questions, anything you'd like to know about the World Cup, please let me know. But next time, hasta luego.